We built these ships, dredged these canals in the San Francisco they never knew existed. This is our home.
Okay, I'm a little late to the game on this movie, but I finally caught up with a film I think is so far the best film I've seen this year in terms of pure quality and awards worthiness. This is a movie that I hope will go all the way to Oscar season and not be forgotten, even though it's coming out here at the beginning of the summer. It actually premiered way back in January at the Sundance Film Festival. It's called The Last Black Man in San Francisco. This movie has its own original tone. I can't get it out of my head. And I am joining the chorus here in urging you to see a movie you won't soon forget. It's different than anything I've seen this year.
I always come back to the old house. What if it's empty? What if we just peeked inside?
Now, it's directed by Joe Talbot, Joe Talbot's first feature film, and it is a tale of two cities. Make no mistake about it. There is the richer part, the wealthier part that has taken over parts of the neighborhoods of San Francisco, and then those who aren't as well off. And the two meet here on different street corners, as it were, centered around Jimmie Fails. Jimmie Fails is played by a character by the same name here of the actor, Jimmie Fails. And I guess it's loosely based on something that happened to him. Fillmore district of San Francisco was once occupied by Japanese Americans and black families until the Japanese actually got carted off to internment camps during World War II. Then it became known sort of kind of Harlem West, where black families lived, and that is where Jimmie grew up as a kid. He fondly remembers it in the house that legend has it in the family that his grandfather built, that he now revisits often and just starts painting the window rims and doing things there, even though it is occupied. The owners are a white couple there. The wife has an absolute fit when she keeps finding him there. Understandably, she's a little freaked out by that, but we really bond with Jimmie and his obsession with this house. He wants to go home again, and this is the closest he can get to it. He lives now with his friend, his childhood friend, Montgomery, played beautifully here by Jonathan Majors. He's an aspiring playwright, and miraculously, the couple suddenly moves out. Everything's out of the house, it's gone, and he decides, squatter's rights, to take over, has the locks changed, calls the gas company, gets the bill put into his name, and goes to his aunt's house where she has kept, actually, in an attic there, all of the furniture that the grandfather had from the house originally. She's kept all of this stuff. He carts it up there and redoes the house slowly in his own vision of what home was and what home can still be. Invites Montgomery to live with him there. These scenes are absolutely magical in their own way.
Maybe he's right. What if we shouldn't be here? Well, we should be here more. Some millionaire?
Basically, this movie moves along like a tone poem, and it's beautifully acted. Jimmie Fails and Jonathan Majors, those are two names to watch for. They are both extraordinary in this movie, as is everybody. It is perfectly cast right down the line, and this movie is something you won't forget. It reminded me of Thomas Wolfe's old phrase, you can't go home again. Well, you can try to find home again. You may not physically be able to go back to that home and make it work, but you can find home going forward, something within you that redefines what home is in an age where it is very difficult to do that. This movie is extraordinary, and it's worth checking out, and I hope you find it, and I hope you have the same experience I did in seeing this film. It's terrific. I say, go.